Good evening, folks. How are we? Are we good?
Good evening. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, good. DJ, yourself?
Wonderful, actually.
Good. All is well. All is going good. Fantastic. Well, first off, welcome to all of our new members. We've been seeing a lot of new faces lately, and we are absolutely loving it. It's absolutely brilliant. Thank you again, as always, to our amazing supporters for making all of this possible. We literally wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. Bit of bad news, however, we have seen a bit of a rise in scammers trying to enter the Discord and get people's details and that sort of stuff. If you do get any links PM'd to you by somebody you don't know, as usual, don't click on any of them. Especially if you think it's somebody suspicious, even if you don't, send it through to one of the purple orange ninjas and we'll deal with it accordingly if it is something that's potentially dangerous or something along those lines. So just be vigilant for us. Yeah, cool. Moving quickly on to ARC. Our volunteer force managed to successfully assault the Wicked Ninja facilities on Ragnarok on Saturday. Well done to those guys. And everybody involved there. Special thanks to Abyss and Sandy, our two admins who were defending against that. You guys had some great fun, I assume. But yeah, how did you two were recording? How did you guys think it went on Saturday?
I was very pleased with Saturday, actually. I think people had a lot of laughs, and I've been, even this morning, I think it was Zero Ice that pointed out how he really enjoyed the thing. He's not the usual PvPer and would love to do some again. So yeah, good.
I had a pretty cool time watching everybody both on the giving and receiving end of some rockets, and quite a lot of fun. So it looked good. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one that's coming along.
Marvellous. Well, the next one brings us neatly onto will be Saturday the 30th of October, the night before Halloween or Hallows Eve. Keep an eye on the events channel for more information on that one. We'll be leaking some little bits and bobs, but nothing major until the week before we'll start announcing proper times and dates and that kind of stuff. That's brilliant. Technical side of our ARC DJ. What's been going on in ARC technically?
Yeah, we've got a few things that have been going on in ARC, and I'll just quickly run through them. Rapid decay, that's something that's been implemented this week. I announced the details in the dojo. What that means is, irrespective of your rank, any small satellite structures will be cleaned up. This is to combat just trash generally hanging around the map. So if you have a structure that is 8 or less blocks or items or whatever within a 10 foundation square, if you don't log in for 2 days, that will be cleaned up by the server. There are some exclusions to that, too many to list now, but the post is in the dojo for anybody to check up on that. But the stuff that's excluded is things like teleporters and transmitters and generators and feeding troughs, stuff like that. Second thing, please make use of the WickedNinjaGames feeding troughs in ARC, both tech and standard. From the reports that I'm getting, they behave much better when it comes to feeding dinos when you're offline. They suppress regrowth of foliage and rocks, and also suppress spawns. Other than that, they behave exactly the same way as the S Plus troughs. The next thing that I want to move on to is, after tomorrow's restart, the S Plus converter will allow you to convert between S Plus Ocean platforms and vanilla platforms. With that in mind, though, structural limits have gone in place for the vanilla ones because we don't want to find oceans carpeted with hundreds of platforms. Let me just check my list for other stuff. The events, the event rewards, they will be distributed tomorrow. Very exciting. And also the world bosses. We've run the successful tests of those. We've got one more test to do, but we've got a tentative schedule put together, and that will be, bear with me one moment. Each boss will be up for 2 days. So we'll have the lava elemental spawning on a Monday and will be up to Wednesday. The ice worm will spawn on the Wednesday and be up till Friday, and the broodmother will spawn on the Friday and be up till Sunday. Lava elemental drops health enhancements for your domination rexes. The ice worm drops stamina, and the broodmother drops the damage. So that is potentially the hardest boss, along with a whole bunch of other rewards, including skins, chibis you can't get normally inside of events, and blueprints and item upgrades that do not occur naturally in the game for tech items and various other bits and pieces. So there's quite a bit going on there. We'll look to spawn the ice worm again, possibly tomorrow, and then we'll follow that up with the broodmother on Friday. And then after that, they'll be scheduled and announced. But we have already had one successful kill on the ice worm, and some of those skins and item and dino enhancements are already out there in the game. Other than that, I don't think I have anything else to add on the technical side of Ark.
Marvellous. Thank you very much for that, DJ. Brilliant.
I'm late. Sorry.
You are very late, yes. Tut
I'm late
tut.
to the party.
No worries, Sandy. Don't worry about it.
You okay?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Are you?
Yes.
Good, good to hear. Good to hear it.
I've had my coffee and I'm great.
Oh, that's good. Well, you're just in time for all the 7 days news, which is always brilliant. You've missed all of Ark, though, so you'll have to listen to the recording later on. 7 days. The first large-scale 7 days event is coming this Halloween. It'll be the day after the Ark event we mentioned, so that'll be actually on the evening of Halloween. Keep your eyes peeled again on events for the story behind that one, and prepare yourselves for an awesome, completely custom-built event, which is currently killing me, but it's getting there. Nani, I believe we've got some news on Darkness Falls as well.
Yeah, we've got some technical stuff this week for all three. Start with Darkness Falls, as it's currently the highest populated of the lot. People seem to be enjoying that. I've seen the server cap out 2 or 3 times this week, which is great news. As we've said before, if it gets too much, we will probably stick another one up as well. But for now, the overflow seems to be working quite nicely. I'm going to be putting in the newer version of the Darkness Falls mod on the server this Wednesday, which will be tomorrow. So it may take a little bit longer to bring up Darkness Falls. Stay with me. Don't do anything yet. Don't do any updates. I want to test it first, see what happens, what it affects. I'm hoping it might alleviate some of the issues that Kay seems to be having with missing assets and things. It's possible he updated before the server updated. So we'll test that in the morning. I'm also going to be dropping in the new rewritten version of the WNG mod for 7 days. Specifically now for Darkness Falls, we're going to reintroduce the tree seeds. Please don't go mad with tree seeds, and keep an eye on people around you. If we're going to go completely crazy with it, we're just going to have to rip them out again. But we're going to test putting them in on the Darkness Falls server because people have requested it. So that's going to go in tomorrow, all being well. PvP seasons, we will be doing the wipe as usual next week. We're aware it's a little bit underpopulated at the moment. We're going to be working on that. We'll see what we can do with that. PvP will also be going live next week. We'll trial it for now, see how many people turn up. I guess it's going to be a completely different audience, but we'll see how we go with the PvP. But that is definitely ready, and that is going to be going live next week. So on to Rust, I believe, Tom.
Yeah, thanks very much for that. So generally for the community side of things, obviously we're not live yet, so there's not a great deal of stuff going on with that, but technically I believe we've got a few updates.
Yeah, I've been started this week again on Rust. I'm hoping to dedicate most of this week purely to Rust. We've got an interactive live map now up and working.
Ooh.
The link to that is in the dojo. I don't know who plays Rust and who doesn't. I'd like some feedback, if possible, in the dojo. Who's waiting? I know Quick's waiting. Cube, obviously, with a couple of his friends, are waiting to get in. have a look at the map. As you may be aware, in Rust, you have to hold the G key down to see the map, which is not ideal. So with the interactive map, you can have it on your phone, tablet, second screen, whatever you want, and you can see your character running around. You can share locations with your friends. It's going to be pretty cool. The logging I needed to set up is now done. I need to do a bit of testing with that, but as far as I'm aware, that's working. And I'm just now working on kits and the server wipe protocol, because as a lot of people are aware who play Rust, it's a forced wipe every month. We're probably looking at doing 2-week wipes or even weeklies. That's down to Cube. But yeah, we're getting there now. So within a month on the far side of things, maybe, if we can move fast enough and we have no hitches, maybe within a couple of weeks, we'll see how we go. But we're getting very, very close now. Do you anything else to add there, Tom?
I've got nothing else to add for us. Has anybody got any questions for us while we're here? While we've got the three of us pinned down to one place. No, nothing at all. Absolutely perfect. So it's always good when they've got no questions at the end. It means we've done our job right. Lovely.
I had something in the forefront of my mind there, and I've totally forgotten what it was now.
That's twice in one night now, you know.
It's
I remember.
about
I do
$2.60 a
remember.
pint.
To liven up our roundtables a little bit, this is moving away from Rust.
Yeah.
We will be dropping some in-game giveaways during, after, or at the start of next week's roundtable, depending on how successful that is. We will be rolling that forward every week. So by attending the roundtable, you'll have a chance to get something exclusive, rare, or just plain cool to use in the game of your choice. So do keep an eye out for roundtable announcements and come along.
Again, any suggestions for what you would like to see? Possibly dojo.
Or dojos, plural, yeah.
Or JoJo's plural now, yes, definitely.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Typical things that, well, no, we'll leave the suggestions up to you and make the surprises next week. But I've got some cool ideas.
What's a Gurkha-copter, Murdoch?
I think it's something like... Yeah, that's how they fly in 7 days, isn't it?
It's how it feels like they fly in 7 days.
Is it a helicopter piloted by Gurkhas?
Oh.
Could be.
That would be scary.
But to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me to see a vehicle in 7 days behaving like that.
It totally wouldn't. I like the gyrocopter idea, but it's not something that we could pull off every week. I think you'd get bored of a gyro every week.
Yeah, you would do.
So maybe something kind of in between, like a resource or I don't know, some coinage, or you know.
Well, we'll mix it up every week. We'll throw some different stuff out there, make it a bit of a surprise. You know, all you do is enter the drop, and then get to pick something out of a pot for the game of your choice. Maybe.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, that's not a bad idea at all.
In done for 7 days. That's a damn good idea.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Dib's not modding that one. Yeah.
One thing we didn't do is actually announce the rewards for the attendees for the event. We said we're giving them out, but I didn't say what they were.
I thought we were keeping it a secret and a surprise. That's cool. Yeah, far away.
Oh, okay. So we've got the list of everybody that attended the event. There's a lovely screenshot in the event section of everybody that managed to survive the onslaught of Abyss and Super Sandy. So they will be rewarded in-game with some tokens that you can't get anywhere at the moment that allow you to add levels to your Domination Rexes. Each participant will receive 10 levels in stamina, hit points, and damage to use or consume on their Domination Rex of their choice.
There we are.
Yeah, just like skill books for Ark.
Yeah, sounds pretty cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Dino is more skillful in chomping. Ha! Anyway, enough of me rambling.
So, parting notes, I'll start because I have something I wanted to say. I was going to say thank you again to all those who attended the ARC event, the Siege of Castle of Angor. And to those of you who stayed behind after to have a chat, it was a really fun night. We had a laugh. Even today, I'm hearing good feedback on how much people enjoyed it. Even people who don't PvP seem to have a whale of a time. It was excellent.
Yeah.
And just remember, you all make this possible. You guys are the stars here, and we love enjoying. I'll get my words out in a minute. We love hearing how much you enjoy our work and our content that we work so hard on. So thank you ever so much for those guys that stayed behind and bothered to stay up till 1 a.m. I think it was, chatting away and generally continuing having a laugh. It was fantastic.
I think we need to get a beer and a chat night out at some point and see what we can
Maybe
see what we can accomplish again. So maybe once a month or something like that. Yeah. Excellent. Just waiting for a couple of people to drop their comments in general before we wrap it up. Yes, Murdoch, it is usually called Saturday. That's a very good point. Sandy, people did not like your cruise missiles for the best possible reasons. You were far too effective with them. We just heard a what's that noise? Boom. Yeah, it was you're far too good for your own good with those cruise missiles. Horror movie nights. Don't think we can for legal reasons, but it would be fun. Yeah, a lot of lost armor on that one as well, Bob. Yeah, brilliant. Well, guys, thank you very much for coming along, listening to us talk as always. I hope you learned everything you needed to. We've been the Wicked Ninjas. You've all been, as always, completely awesome. Thank you so much for coming along, and good night.
Good night.
Good night.